Hey guys, am I on? Is this thing on yet? I always never know if this thing's on. Every time I start, it's always hey guys, and then I never know. Let's see if this thing is on. I think it is on, but this is Shaney Entertaining, guys. Doing my other regular live stream that I'm trying to do more of. Yeah, so I'm trying to do more live streams, as you guys well know, and so shut up back there. You talk too loud. That's me. I gotta shut myself up. I talk way too loud, Marge. That's my Homer Simpson. Anyways, hey guys, this is Srini Entertaining, and you see SpongeBob's in the background. Let's see if we can move his way so we don't have to see SpongeBob doing this SpongeBobness. Squidward. Yeah. So guys, I wanted to do. I don't know how quick this is going to be, or a small one, or whatnot. But I'm going to do a quick one. Try to do a quick one. Because I found out some news about He-Man that kind of is interesting. I don't know if you guys found out, or if you guys know, or if anybody even cares. But apparently they've casted He-Man. I know he's still in talks, negotiations, so to speak, and his name is Noah. What's his name? Noah. Hold on, I got his name here somewhere. Noah Centineo. That's the guy's name. He's going to be the new He-Man, and I shall put a picture up. Let's see if I can find a little image of him that I can put up for us all to gather and see. How you do this thing? Here it is. So I share this. All right. Can you guys all see this? Can I go up? How does this thing work? So this dude, come on, go up. Present to everyone, sure. Is there any way to screen down on this thing? I don't even know how to do this. I'm just started learning how to do this thing, so bear with me, guys. Hang on. Whatever. I don't know why it won't go. Maybe because it's... Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. So I'll show you guys now. This dude is in talks to be He-Man. So his name is Noah Centineo. And this guy apparently is this Netflix star. I don't know. I've never really seen him. But apparently he's done some stuff. And he's in talks to do He-Man. And a lot of people aren't too pleased with this decision. As you can tell, you can see he's got all the muscle features of a He-Man. Not. And so I can see why people are kind of upset about this. But people need to kind of chill out, because I have my suspicion that he's just either going to be the voice of He-Man, who I believe is mostly going to be done CGI. I think they're going to go Hulk with He-Man. That's my opinion. I don't know. I don't have anything backing that up. But I just, for them to be going this route and getting this guy, he's either going to be Prince Adam. For those of you who don't know who Prince Adam is, he is He-Man when he's a kid, or he's a He-Man, a younger version of He-Man, kind of like Shazam. And then he says, I have the power, with the power of Grayskull, I have the power, waves the sword in the air, and then becomes He-Man. With a bunch of lightning and stuff. And he becomes, that's him. So if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, that's who I'm talking about. And so, yeah, hey there, Tease Fandom Grove, how are you doing? How are ya? Thank you for coming. So yeah, that's kind of, oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Me and Ben, we're like this. We're pretty good friends now. So one thing I like about YouTube, you meet a lot of people that you didn't know before in different parts of the world, and you could be friends with them. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that cool how the world works like that now? Yeah, so I think people are kind of sort of upset about that a little bit, because they think that guy's going to be He-Man himself. I really think he's going to just do the voice, and they're probably going to go CGI with that guy. So I wouldn't be too upset about that. That's kind of what I'm thinking for those He-Man fans like myself. I don't know if you like He-Man or not, but that's I mean, after the She-Ra debacle, I'm pretty sure people are kind of nervous because they don't know what to expect anymore. Well, not just She-Ra, but anything. All of Hollywood's gone nuts. So I think people are kind of nervous about what are they going to do with He-Man now? You know, He-Man's going to be transsexual. Oh no! Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that there's anything right with it either. But yeah, it's like you never know what you're going to get anymore from Hollywood because you know you could pretty much expect anything at this point and just be like, yeah, there you go. Now He-Man is, I don't know, whatever. You can just pick your whatever. You can be Hindu, you know, Sikh. He wears the Sikh thing, and just because, why not? Anything goes today, guys. So, not that there's anything wrong. I have a ton of Sikh friends, but it's just funny that right now they're just going to change everybody. I really believe they're going to go CGI with He-Man. I think like the Hulk, you can't really find a guy big enough to sort of, and even if you did find like a Schwarzenegger-sized dude, you're also going to have to deal with this kind of acting, right? You don't want that. Or even what's his name? I'm scared, very scared. You should be. Scared you should be. Yeah, I think I think Sony has learned a lesson. And Sony is doing this. And I think they're going to get it. I think it'll be fine. I think they've already done the Ghostbusters fiasco. I think they've learned from that experience. And I don't think that this dude, I think he's going to be, they're going to blonde up his hair. And then they're going to probably, I do believe he's going to go be Adam. I don't think anybody could bulk up big enough to be He-Man. It's just like the Hulk. It's as strong and as big as Lou Ferrigno is, he's no Hulk. I like Lou Ferrigno. The show was great. I watched it as a kid. But, you know, Hulk in the comics has to be massive, not a big muscle man. And there's no man strong enough to be the Hulk. Hey there, Death by Saber. How y'all doing? I don't know why I just had a sudden drawl there. How y'all doing? Yeehaw! I'm from Canada. Yeehaw! I don't know what the hell am I doing. This is more appropriate, eh? Hey there, eh? How's it going there? That's more Canadian. Yeah, guys. So I don't think people have much to worry about that. I know a lot of people are also sort of worried about Skeletor because I've heard that Skeletor won't even be in this movie. As I believe they're going Thanos route with it, trying to make this over-incumbent evil, and then you're going to have his henchmen, I guess, be the main villains for the first few films until you get to the main villain, which is Skeletor. He'll probably play a minor role in these movies. You'll probably see him sort of like,
yeah, He-Man, I'll get you. Beast Man, go get that He-Man and bring him to me.
like something like that. But they'll probably even change his voice because I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of torn if they should change Skeletor's voice because that was kind of creepy in the 80s. But now, I don't know. They'll probably go with that more, I guess, Masters of the Universe movie style voice. I forgot the actor. He was a brilliant actor, too. But it'll probably be some dark skeleton voice, something more imposing like this. And say, yeah, something like Beast Man. Enter my chambers immediately. You shall want you to dispose of this Prince Adam fellow. Something like that. I think they're not going to go, He-Man. I don't think they're going to go that route. Although, I don't know what I'm kind of torn on it because I know it's my kid's side wants them to go, but my adult side, more practical side, kind of thinks they should go Gandalf. Oh, no. Go get that He-Man and Castle Grayskull shall be mine. Type of voice. But I don't know. I'm good with either way. What do you guys prefer? I'd like to know what you guys think on vis-a-vis Skeletor's voice, because that's an important part of the movie. You gotta know. I mean, Beast Man, we don't care. He can just, that snarl he has. That's fine. They can keep that. That's not horrible. Or even, what's his name? The Merman.
What's going on? I'm talking like I'm underwater, even though I'm up above land.
Like in Star Wars Episode 4, no Emperor Palpatine in the movie, no Skeletor in the first He-Man movie. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're going for. They're trying to, I think they're doing the Thanos thing. They're trying to build him up as this giant, all-powerful leader. And I kind of don't mind that route, to be honest with you. I think to make him a Thanos, they'll probably have little pieces of him in the movie, just so that you know he's there. But it'll probably be like a quick couple of scenes, and then that's it. And then kind of like Thanos, just sort of like at the end, you see him in the end credits or something. So you'll probably get to see him, but I don't think we'll see. My hope is that it's nothing like the Masters of the Universe movie. I have to see McCringer, and he's got to talk. I don't want no bleeps and bloops. Just like, what's his name? Bumblebee. I don't want none of that. I don't want any, like, his paw crap. He has to talk. And he's got to be like this, that type of voice. Oh. Not like, maybe not that bad. Maybe not Cringer-esque. Too Cringer-esque. I think, see, those kind of things don't play too well in the theaters. But as a kid, my kid side wants to see it just because it's recognizable. But, Adam, I don't want to be He-Man again. This is a form of abuse. Do you guys not think, like, when you rewatch those series, how many times Cringer just didn't want to be Battle Cat, and he just kept being forced to be Battle Cat? Today, they would call that, like, a form of abuse, I think. Animal abuse. You'd probably have PETA picketing, Filmation Studios. Cringer doesn't want to be Battle Cat. Stop forcing him. It's the Me Too movement all over again. Yeah, I could see that sort of happening to poor Cringer. But they're going to have him probably not quite as cowardly in the Cowardly Lion sense. Put him up, that kind of guy. But I think they should go with the voice for that dude. What do you guys think? Voice on? I think so. I want to see a voice on the Cringer. I think I'm really looking forward to this. I wouldn't, because Sony usually dropped the ball several times. I think Sony's kind of learned their lesson. They did a great job with the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. I was not really looking forward to that movie, but then when I saw it, it just really made me they always screw everything up. So I never know what you're gonna get with Sony. But I think they're kind of learning their lesson. No animals were harmed in the making of this. Well, no, because they're all CGI. Most likely, they're gonna go Jungle Book route for sure. I think this movie will be extremely CGI'd. That's, and what's interesting? I think, as much as I don't like Zack Snyder, and what he did to DC, I do think his style, and I'm not saying his directing, because I don't like him as a director. I liked him as a visual artist or a visual director. I don't know what you call those, like a cinematographer. I like him for that kind of stuff. So like he did with 300. I think that style would work really good for He-Man. Death by Saber says, on the He-Man cartoon, the guy with the letter O on his clothes. Oh, Orko. He was a star. Yeah, he was like a Jawa. Yeah, for sure. Orko, it's funny because if you watch, I don't know if you guys read the comics, the He-Man comics. He-Man comics, he's become pretty powerful. And I don't know if they're going to go that route. And I don't like they're definitely going to put something O-ish on his shirt, but Orko's definitely going to be there, and he was a Jawa. TD! He was like a Jawa. I think he definitely was. There was a lot of Star Wars influence, definitely. Well, I think Star Wars influenced He-Man probably more than anything. I mean, the toys definitely influenced He-Man, because I think the toys alone, what Kenner was able to pull off with and George Lucas with the toys from Star Wars, was, I think, took everybody, Hasbro, all of them by surprise. And then they're all trying to scramble to find a property that could match the Star Wars property. And He-Man was the only one to actually come close to actually doing it. Because He-Man, that's why they came up with the show and they started all that stuff. And well, actually, they started with the comics because you had to get to know the character. There was a whole bunch of stuff on it. Go watch the Toys That Made Us has a good documentary on it. It's really good. But yeah. Oh, Man at Arms. See, Man at Arms is always like that father figure that all these guys that all these movies kind of have. He's like the Obi-Wan. See, there's another one, Tila. Tila was always a really strong female protagonist. I really like her, and she's probably gonna. I think, and she was always kind of abrasive. So I think if they go abrasive with her, it's not gonna be too bad because we're already used to her being abrasive. But between you guys and me, I preferred the sorceress. I thought she was much hotter. Joel Whiproff, hello, what he did. Cartoons, the same Thundercats. Yeah, well, Thundercats, Joel, they're so awesome. You can't even, there's just so many great ones, eh? You just could go through a list of just your childhood and just so many great things. After He-Man, we definitely want to see, Snarf is just annoying. I love Snarf, but he was annoying.
Snarf, He-Man.
No, not He-Man.
You lying, no. What are you doing? That's the sword of omens. Don't play with it at the dinner table. Snarf.
And they always had this sort of childish thing turning adult. You ever notice that? And they had that sort of thing where even Lion-O was, I think, when he came to Earth, he was a kid, and then like there was something problem with his time capsule or something that he was in, a sleeping capsule, and he was a full up grown up but with a child's mind. He-Man's the same thing. He's kind of like a kid when he turns into He-Man. He's like I think he's a teen, but then when he says by the power of Grayskull, he turns into He-Man. And that's always, but he's still got the sort of mind of a child. But they never played on the mind of a child thing in the cartoon, or even in the comics. I think once he became He-Man, he actually grew up. Snarf should have been killed off by Mumra. Ancient spirits of evil, burn this annoying cat, Snarf. Yeah, Snarf is he was the most annoying thing on the. I don't know why they needed Snarf. He was just very obnoxious. And if he had left, and then they added two of them. Remember they brought Snarf, and I think was it the second season or third season they brought his like nephew in too. Like we needed two Snarfs now. Was it Snarfer? Wasn't the name Snarfer? I can't remember. It was Snarf and Snarfer? Where his bloody, it wasn't enough. We had one Snarf. They had to bring two. And Orko had that girlfriend, which I really liked when she came.
But she had that really weird way of talking. It's almost I can't really talk.
Evelyn, good villain. Yeah, Evelyn. Evelyn was. See, that's the thing. It's funny because when you really pay attention to the villains of He-Man, they're very simplistic. Like you got, and they're all like from they're all from monsters, like the monsters from Universal Monsters. If you really think about it, you got Beastman. Skeletor is the skeleton, right? This is that guy. Then you got Beastman, who is the Wolfman. Evelyn is she's a witch. Merman is the Merman is the creature of the Blue Lagoon or the Black Lagoon. No, the creature of the Blue Lagoon. That was what's her name? I can't remember her name. The model. She was the creature of the Blue Lagoon. And you had Trapjaw, who was probably, I would say, he was Frankenstein's monster, just bits and pieces put together. So they kind of went really monster movie villain with those guys, which I think that's also what kind of gave us this appeal, this unknowing with a twist, right? They had this little modern, well, at the time, modern twist to it. So it kind of was sort of a subtle thing that we didn't really notice. And obviously He-Man is Conan the Barbarian with blonde hair. And so I think they kind of like did that sort of thing with it where, I mean, they started getting more creative with the characters, afterwards, but the main, and then you had the what's his name? Triclops, the one with the three eyes, which I think he was more like a Cyclops because he only had one eye on the side. So again, you have these really popular movie monsters that they turned into villains, which was great. Although there was no mummy. I don't think there was a mummy. No, I don't think there was no mummy character. At least Snarf can change his own litter box. You think he could? Yes, he definitely could because he was a chef, wasn't he? So I'm pretty sure he did stuff like that. Silverhawks was Thundercats, but birds. I didn't hit like no, it wasn't as big of a hit. Good, but it was kind of beat for beat Thundercats because I did watch Silverhawks and it has one of the most iconic intros. I just love that song, Silverhawks. I love that intro that they have. But it was beat for beat. I mean, even the villain had the same voice. What was his name? Monstar. Monstar. Even talked the same. Everything the same. And then He-Man had Brave Star. I think that was the same. I think Filmation made Brave Star, which again you could see the same voices, same sort of pattern of things happening in Brave Star, which was a great cartoon as well. So yeah, I mean, they were kind of lessers of the originals. But you know, I it's kind of a shame that we've gone down this route where they really don't know how to make 80s properties anymore, and so every time they attempt it, it kind of falls flat, and they have no clue how to do it. And that's sort of why we get so apprehensive about things like that. Like especially when they announced this guy. I don't know if you saw the picture. I'll put it up again. I don't know if you saw, guys. I'll put it up again. The picture of what's his name? What is that guy's name? I can't remember now. Hang on. Noah Centineo. Like again, I don't think he'd be bad. I just think you're probably gonna go. I think they go CGR with him for sure. Let's see if I can find his damn picture. I don't know how to do it. Anyway, I'll put it up after. Yeah, so he's definitely not doesn't come to mind when you see him, but because he looks skinny and he looks young, brown, black hair, whatever. But again, they could do anything with CGI, and I think that he's probably going to be He-Man's going to be CGI. I guarantee that in this movie, they're going to go Hulk with it. There's no man living today that can act well enough to be He-Man, and you need to have a good actor with charisma. And there's, you know, even Schwarzenegger. I mean, think about it. Even if we made Schwarzenegger in the 80s and he was He-Man, would we be, hello there, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power? It would be funny, but it wouldn't be good. I'll kill you, Skeletor. You, what are you, bonehead? He'll, you know, I'd probably say, so, you bonehead, I'll be back. It just would be crazy if he was actually Skeletor. Or, hey, Stormtrooper, babe. My favorite cartoons were Robotech, and Voltron. Yeah. I mean, man, there was just so many great ones. Like Voltron, I mean, look. You know, even the new Voltron cartoon is really awesome. And I love it. And of course, I have the old Voltron there. It was one of my favorites. And that I really... What's up there, Rhodes Rants? How you doing, bud? Just talking some He-Man. He-Man movie. With Noah Centineo as sort of talks to become He-Man. But yeah, the 80s, there was just so much stuff. I mean, even stuff like if you watch those cartoon, like that they have like little snippets of intros and you'd like, oh, I remember that. You know, there was just so much going on. And if they remade the 80s properly, I think we'd all be sort of happy, but we all know that's just a pipe dream. Yeah, so his name is Noah Centineo. Again, he's a Netflix star. Again, I think people are kind of annoyed because he looks nothing like He-Man, but again, I say I still think they're going CGI with He-Man, so I don't think it matters. I think they're going for voice and personality and not look. But yeah, so that's kind of what I want to say about He-Man. I think that I am looking forward to it though. Despite all this, Sony I think has learned their lesson, and yes, that is SpongeBob there, guys. There's something else I wanted to do today. I wanted to try something and see if you guys want to help me out with this. I wanted to do something kind of unique and new. with my channel, and that was do live. Have you ever watched the show? This Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where the guys just shout out stuff, and then the guy acts and performs it. They do improv. I kind of wanted to do something like that, and I wanted to do it sort of Star Wars-ish, maybe even Star Trek or other things, where you just shout out a character. Like we could just start off with something like, I don't know, Palpatine buying insurance. I had a big Voltron die-cast lion. My dad spent $80. Punk has a little brother broke it. Punk has little brothers break all our shit. That's all they ever do. I will never forgive them. Yeah, a lot of my toys ended up in Goodwill at some point, and it took a long time to bring a lot of my stuff back, especially my GI Joe, because man, I had such a great GI Joe collection, and it's all gone. It's just all gone, and it's so annoying because I had everything. I had the Rattler. I had every vehicle there was, except for the aircraft carrier. I really wanted it, but no room for that. Yeah, so basically I was thinking about doing this, and I wanted to get people involved too. Like, I could do it by myself and just be hearing guys, hey, throw out some names and say Palpatine buys insurance, and have something like, hey, looking for hello, and just have hello there, welcome to, I don't know, Imperial Insurance Company or something like that, right? And just be like, I'm looking to buy insurance. All right, what product do you want to insure or something? And he goes, that kind of thing, right? But it would be a couple of people involved. You sold, and yeah, you had the Terradome. Yeah, those were too big. My parents wouldn't buy those bases because they were just too large for our place. And so I had the vehicles, and even that I had a hard time putting away because those vehicles were big, right? Remember the planes were like this big. And the tanks are huge, but you could never do it. Yeah, I actually asked Doomcock to do it. Come on board. He never responded. But and Ian as well. I'm sorry, Opinion. I wanted him to do one with me, but he's extremely busy. But I'm looking for people to want to join me to do it. Who have no problem doing acting and stuff like that. And I'm still looking for some people. I'm still holding hope that Doomcock will come on. And we could do some sparring, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly kind of thing. Like my drunk Star Wars videos where Darth Vader is drunk and he just answers calls, but that would be like improv. Like that was pre-written. I wanted to do something just improv completely. Just have two people back and forth. Just and I don't think something like that's been done. And especially if we just do Star Wars or something like that and you just be a character, right? And even just have someone, and just throw out something like Yoda buys gas at the gas station from, I don't know, Sand Person, something like that. Just throw out, but I don't come up with it. You guys would come out with the scenarios, and then I would just do or me and the other, actor or whatever who's on with me would do it. But I'm trying to get people involved to do it with me. If I did it alone, it's kind of lame. It's not as good, and it just would be weird. But yeah, I'm looking for some people. So I'm really hoping to get that and get off the ground, because I do think that would be an interesting. And if you guys want to try it, we could. Death by Saber, Rhodes Rants. You want to do it? Let's do it. If you have no problem doing some improv, let's try. I stole Cobra Commander from Kmart shoplifting. I'm not proud of it. Well, it was it was the Cobra influence on you. That's what it was. It was his influence. Cobra. It was his evil influence that helped you. Did you like him, or who was your favorite villain? Because I don't know. I liked Cobra Commander because he has that iconic costume, but he was always such a whiny little leader. I couldn't, as much as I liked his character. I mean, I liked his voice, and I kind of liked his costume and his face. His mask was iconic, but he was always that whiny little leader. And then when, what's his name? What was the snake guy's name? Come on, help me out here. Storm Shadow. Of course, he was great. He was freaking awesome, Storm Shadow. But didn't he turn into a Joe in the later seasons? I think he joined the Joes. Destro was fantastic, and Zartan. Destro was great. Serpentor. That's right, Serpentor. I even have Serpentor, and I forgot his stupid name. But I loved that whole series. Do you remember that whole, like, it was a 7-part series where I think they took like DNA from, I think, Genghis Khan and all these like evil like historical figures to create this stew of evil to create Serpentor. And he and Sergeant Slaughter used to get into huge fights. It was great. Yeah, his helmet is friggin' incredible. I loved his helmet. But yeah, so guys, I want to do that, and so, like, I'm surely, hopefully, like, next little while that'll get done, because like I said, I'm still holding hope that I can get Doomcock, because I think Doomcock would be pretty cool doing that. I know Ian. I've talked to Ian about it. Opinion. He likes the idea. He wants to do it, but he's kind of been busy lately. He hasn't had the time. So we'll see if down the road that will come to, like, I could do it by myself, but it would be weird if I'm doing both characters. It's just awkward. So I thought about doing it at first. I was like, maybe I could, but it just doesn't. It don't look. It's just kind of weird. I'm talking to myself. Wasn't that G.I. Joe the movie, which was several episodes? No, it wasn't the movie. The movie was something else. I think this was just the rise of Serpentor, and I think it was like a multi-parts miniseries that they had where like the Joes knew that what Cobra was up to, but they kept trying to prevent them from getting the pieces of DNA. And each episode they'd get a new evil villain, his DNA, and then the final one was, I think it was Dr. Mindbender. He actually created, I think, his laboratory or whatever he did. He created Serpentor. I think I'm right on that, but Yoda orders food at a drive-through fast food. Okay, let me try that one. Let's see if I could do that. Where's the drive-through? Burger King? He just drives through. Yes. Welcome to Burger King. How may I help you? What to order? It looks good. Everything does. So you're gonna have to hurry up. We got a lineup of people. Rush me, you should not. One with the Force, I must be. I wish I had somebody else to go with, because when you're doing improv, you kind of need another person to kind of, because me doing both characters, just, you're playing off yourself, but it's fun to play off someone else, and you kind of need that. But yeah, many choices do I have? Burger with cheese, good looks good. It does. Your throat hurts hearing what, me talk both directions, or just doing the Yoda voice in itself? Yoda, what would he like? What do you think Yoda would order? I think he'd order like what do you think would be his order if he did actually order something from McDonald's? What would it be? McNuggets. I think he would like the nuggets. That's my with sour cream. What do you call it? Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce. Must dip, I do. Only way to eat. And I think that would be kind of funny. Pickles on a burger? No. Pickles I do not like. Can you imagine Yoda buys an actual Happy Meal with a toy of Yoda in it? That would be funny. Actually buys a toy, and in the bag there's Yoda. Popular am I? Toy made of junk it is. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think he'd be a. Is he? No, he's not a vegetarian. Is he? Is he a vegetarian? I don't even know. He seemed like he could be a vegetarian, but I don't know. But then, what was Luke eating? Remember on Dagobah, and he stole Luke's food. What was he eating? It was like a bar of something. It was like an energy bar that he stole. But yeah, I want to do that. I think it'll be fun, and it's something that I don't know if anybody's ever done. A live stream with improv and people joining in. I think it could be a really fun idea. A little like you guys just did. Like, I just throw out an idea of Yoda doing or anybody, any character you could do, Chewie and Han doing something, just like whatever, throw it out there. And even if the voices aren't good, it's just fun to see people try. And I think that's the whole fun of improv is actually the fun of improv is actually not really doing successfully. It's the funny parts come from when people are actually messing up a lot, because that's what makes it kind of fun, is to see people do what they can come up with, you know. And a lot of it sometimes is not always polished, and I think that's the fun of improv. So yeah, if you guys are interested, any of you guys, I mean, I know it's kind of kind of like acting, and so people might not be so I guess brave. I don't know, not brave, but inclined to do it. But I think it could be something that's fun, and I'm going to try to do it. So I'm just throwing out some feelers out there. If anybody out there in who sees this video maybe in the future or something like that, hit me up on my comment section. Let me know you guys want to be part of this, because I'm excited and I really want to try this out. I think it could do good, and I think it could build into something decent. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to say today, guys. This was a quick one. I got to start cooking dinner for my wife, because she's gonna come home and go, "So you were home all day and you didn't cook dinner." And that's a perfect impression of her, by the way. She's exactly how she talks. She's going to kill me when she sees this. But yeah, no, so I got to cook some dinner for her. And so yeah, guys, so that's all I really had to say about all that. Shane, I have to drive to work, great live stream, and green screen making funny waddled videos on Instagram. Oh, nice. You can make a green screen. You don't have to buy one. It's really easy to make. Just get some green felt or a green blanket or a green Bristol board and just put it together. It's not that hard. And just the lighting is the most important part in the green screen. Lighting is everything for a green screen. But yeah, I got a green screen. I just never use it. It's lighting. Lighting is one thing that people don't realize. It's hard to light a green screen because if you just get a reflection of the light on the green screen, it ruins the effect. So the lighting has to be perfect. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to leave. Thank you guys for taking part in this quick one that I'm doing. I don't know how quick it was. It was still pretty long. But thanks for turning out. Hope you guys, if you guys are driving home from work, have a safe drive, guys. And I'll see you guys later. So till next time.